are you? Good to see you all again. Welcome to my music channel. This is the introduction to Suzuki Violin Book 3. I will divide my introduction to 3 different parts. Part 1. What is a minor scale? How to play minor scales and how to understand minor scale songs. Part 2. How to relate music structure to human body structure. Part 3. The intimacy between music, art, and literature. These 3 form, how are they being able to interchangeable? So let's begin with minor scales. I would imagine you often wonder, what are all those sharp and flat come from? Sharp and flat come from because they need to fit into certain mode. Major scale, as I mentioned before, has a major scale mode, which is whole, whole, half. Whole, 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 half. Critically, remember, on violin, whole step, fingers separate. Half step, finger together. Doesn't matter which key you play, that is forever truth for a violin player. Minor scale is different than major scale. Minor scales build on whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. The important difference between major and minor is between second and third notes. It's a whole step for major scales. Between second and third notes, it's half step on a minor scale. I would like to use A minor scale as an example here. A minor scale is a relative of C major. Why are they relative? Because they share the same key signature. They both have no sharps and flats. Play C major and A minor scale on the piano would only use the right key. However, minor scale has 3 different patterns, while major scale only has 1. The 3 different patterns are natural minor. Any natural minor will fit in the key signature. A minor scale has no sharp and flat and will fit in whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. A melodic minor raises the 7th notes going up and keeps 7th notes raised going down. A melodic minor raises 6th and 7th notes going up, lower them or return them to the key signature going down. The melodic minor is particularly important for string players. If you are a middle school or high school students, the likelihood would be that you will audition for All State or All County. And when they require you to play a minor scale, it usually is melodic minor. So learn it well, secure it, will be very much beneficial for you. A natural minor. A harmonic minor. A melodic minor. Now, please open your Suzuki Violin Book 3, page 8. The top half, tonalization, gave you two sets of major and minor scale arpeggios. G major, G minor, C major, C minor. They are same name, major minor, but they are very different than relative major minor. They are not relative because they do not share the same key signatures. G major, one sharp, G minor, two flat. C major, no sharp and flat, C minor, three flat. So listen carefully while playing. Particularly make sure that you play the lower second notes on the minor scale, because that's the crucial note to make you play correctly on the minor scale. Develop a sensible ear. Learn how to distinguish the difference between major and minor. Very important. G major. G minor. C major. C minor. On Suzuki Violin Book 3, page 8. Second half. Here you have G melodic minor 2-octave scale with 3 arpeggios. You have learned how to play G major 2-octave scale since the second half of Book 1. Now you are learning to play the minor scale. Listen carefully. Practice every day. It's very useful throughout the entire book. G melodic minor scales and arpeggios. So as you can hear, major scales normally are happier, brighter, and minor scales are normally darker and sadder. I sometimes have my students sing, "Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John?" And then sing, "Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping?" So then they can really feel the difference between major and minor. Remember, minor scale, lower the third notes. You have to do this well in order to play the book 3 correctly, because in the book 3 you have lots of minor scales, minor key for the number 2, second half, yeah, and of course, then you have Gawa from G minor, told you, and the humorous scale also have a D minor second half. So plenty of G minor key song here. If you can understand it, hear it, and develop a sensible ear about major and minor, it will be wonderful. Then you have learned something very, very important. Thank you for listening.